Hey guys, thanks for tuning into F1 Podcast. This is episode 118 and we're going to be doing our Silverstone review, Max.
Sure are.
And straight away after this we're going to do another video about the FOTA FIA peace deal. Max, but before we get to that, let's talk about the race.
Mm-hmm.
And from the start, mate, with Vettel taking off and bolting into the distance, I thought, geez, he's going to be hard to catch, and he was.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Look, we may very well have seen the last race at Silverstone, which I think you'd all agree is a pretty sad occasion. But once again, the British put on a wonderful Grand Prix, and the crowd were right behind it. But yeah, I think once Seb qualified on pole, he was always going to be hard to catch, mate, and that proved just the case.
Yeah, I mean, Webber was behind Barrichello, and you know, Seb was just taking off into the distance. And after a little while there, I think after about 10 laps max, I just thought, well, unless Seb has a problem, he's really going to run away with this race, and he did. He was just uncatchable at that point, you know. It's just such a big lead.
Yeah, you're right. And Silverstone once again proved a fairly difficult track to overtake on, and effectively Webber was a passenger behind Barrichello until the pit stop, I think, on lap 19, and Webber snuck out just in front of him. But Vettel was way up the road by that stage, about 20 seconds up the road. But I think, as we would all agree, this is the sort of track. This track and the German Grand Prix are two circuits that are really going to suit the Red Bull, no doubt about it, and that proved the case at Silverstone. A little disappointed for the British fans in the sense that both Brits on the circuit performed, I guess, below what everyone expected. Well, Button at least qualifying 6th and finishing 6th, but. Unfortunately, it's a sad year for McLaren and Mercedes with Lewis right at the back. I mean, qualifying 19th and racing to finish 16th. Not really what the British public wanted, of course, but there's always next year, Lewis.
Yeah, I think Brundle was saying in the coverage that the crowd was a little bit quiet, with Lewis running around there in the back, and he had a good battle with Alonso, which. Yeah, they did show a little bit of that, and the crowd went up a little bit when he overtook Alonso, but then there was a good battle there, and you're right, mate, the Brits didn't do so well at their home Grand Prix, which was a shame. And you mentioned about the overtaking, and I was hoping for a little bit more overtaking. The race just didn't seem to deliver as much overtaking as what I hoped.
No. I mean, that's characteristic of this track with the medium and high speed corners. It's quite difficult to get yourself into a position where you can overtake. I mean, everyone's known that about Silverstone for a while, but all in all, I mean, a good race, but people pretty much held station from where they qualified in a lot of instances, and that's just the way it goes. But a good win for Seb Vettel.
Yes.
The kid's bona fides are there for all to see. He's explosively quick. And he's taking the fight up to the bronze, which is good. Webber's having a good season as well. His best season in Formula One. Let's be honest. But I think you'll find that the bronze will come back in Germany. But it'll be a fascinating battle between them and the Red Bull. I mean, it's those two, 1 and 2, they like third. And I'm really looking forward to Germany. The only disappointment is that it's a 3-week break before the next race.
Yeah, and really there wasn't much. I mean, there was Heikki Kovalainen and Bourdais getting together, but there really wasn't much in terms of action either, Max.
No.
Webber overtook Barrichello in the pits. I was loving that. But as you said, mate, Seb is really taking it up to the bronze now, and hopefully Webber will as well. So if no one else can challenge for the title this season, then at least we're going to have these two teams fighting it out. And there's been some banter since then about has Brawn got what it takes to finish off the second half of the season and get the title. I hope it's going to be a close battle either way, Max.
Yeah, I agree with you. But just further to your point a moment ago, I actually think the Brawns do have what it takes. I mean, you don't win 6 out of the first 7 races and then have a dramatic fall off. I don't see that happening. But what I would like to see is Red Bull close the gap to Brawn even further. I mean, only a couple of races ago, we pretty much thought it might very well have been a one-horse race, this championship. But the canny Adrian Newey's pulled something out of the back pocket, and that Red Bull is flying. And I've no reason to believe that it won't go down to the wire with these two teams, providing that Red Bull can incrementally start taking some points off Brawn.
Yeah, and Brawn, they need to continue to develop their car. Red Bull's doing that, obviously, getting a few tenths here and there. And if Brawn can do that, then you're right, Max. They'll continue to continue their winning ways to the rest of the championship.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
So we'll see what happens, mate. Like you say, we've got a 3-week gap now to the Nürburgring,
Yep.
a circuit I love. I love them all, Max, but the Nürburgring's a great circuit,
Right.
and I'm really looking forward to it, mate.
Indeed.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to do a video straight after this, so stay tuned for that, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
I sit filming the front then. Spend more time out of that bloody car, didn't I? Go, Jack.